So we are going to get into really one of our biggest offerings in the show. This is 10 pounds of that sea bass that you know and love, the Australis Barramundi sea bass. These are big, thick, hefty, substantial sea bass fillets, and they've done all the heavy lifting. So this was kind of by your request. You said, can we get bigger packages so that way we don't have to replenish as often? Know that there is no auto delivery, so this way you're going to get anywhere between 19 to 21 actual fillets. It will equal or equate to 10 pounds of the sea bass, and it's already beautifully filleted, de-skinned, and seasoned for you. And if you take advantage of Easy Pay, we're talking about $38 a month on your major credit card or your Q card. So here's what you're going to get. This is what 10 pounds of sea bass looks like. And this way you can kind of plan your menus in advance. In the month, you can think about, all right, we're going to do fish on Fridays. Or maybe I like to incorporate seafood at least a couple of times a week. So this is a nice way to have it on hand, especially if you don't plan ahead. And it's versatile. You can just have different meals using this sea bass that you love. All right, so what makes this so special? Well, the company, Australis, they are in command of the entire process from minnow to harvest of these sea bass. So they're tracking it, which means you can control the quality. Of course, this is going to be the best quality, the best taste. And it's a white fish. So if you're saying, well, what exactly does sea bass taste like? Let me kind of fork you through. First of all, this is one fillet. I could split this in half and share this with my husband. This is more than enough, too much for me, which is nice. So one fillet can go a long way. I'd love this for my kids because this is a nice mild white fish, and you can see how it flakes off. It's moist. You will thaw this out, and then you can prepare this really any way that you like to, on whether it's pan fry, if you want to put this in the oven, but it's a tender, moist, flaky, mild white fish. And we have Nicole Gaffney, who is a chef and seafood expert, here to tell us more about our Australis Barramundi sea bass. So welcome on in, Nicole.
Hi, thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Same here, and I'm so glad that you're here to kind of tell us more, because this is Barramundi sea bass. Why is this a special fish?
Exactly. So it's a type of sea bass known as barramundi, and we're a company at Australis. We're known as a sustainable seafood company. That's really important to us. And what that means is we have control over the fish from the time they're little minnows all the way up until harvest. So we're assuring every single step of the way that our fish are the absolute best quality. And immediately after they come out of the water, they're blast frozen and then individually vacuum sealed to lock in the flavor, but most importantly, the freshness. Now, barramundi sea bass, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, just looking at it right now, I'm kind of forking through, Nicole. It looks so flaky and moist. This isn't a dry fish, and it's a meaty fillet.
Not at all. It's so meaty, and it's so thick and fresh. You can see just from flaking through it that it has that really beautiful pearl-like texture. And barramundi sea bass is known for its versatility. Because it has such a mild flavor profile and a forgiving, meaty texture, you can do so many different things with it. And, I mean, hey, you're getting a lot of fish. Well, so it's nice to know that you can do a lot with it.
10 pounds. And, Nicole,
exactly.
that's usually somewhere between the 19 to 21 fillet count, if you're wondering how many fillets but these are large. I was saying one is more than I could ever eat. I could actually cut this in half. It's so thick and meaty. How do I prepare it? Because I'm going to show everyone how it arrives. So each fillet is individually vacuum packed.
Yeah, you can do so much with the fish. You can bake it, saute it, broil it, fry it, steam it. I mean, anything you can think of that you can do with fish, you can do with barramundi sea bass. It's like the Bubba Gump shrimp, you know, you can make barramundi pasta, barramundi boiled, you know, all of that. And I've been really into grilling lately, and this barramundi sea bass holds up beautifully on the grill. Because not all fish can be grilled. A lot of it is actually delicate and it will fall apart. But our fish has a firm, meaty texture that you can see that really holds up so well to grilling.
Nicole, I'm going to jump in for a second, because one of the things I learned about barramundi, you know, sea bass, etc., was that these are very high in protein, of course, and very high in omega-3s, but half the calories of salmon. That surprised me.
How amazing is that?
Yeah.
Everybody knows seafood, is important to have in your diet because of those omega-3 fatty acids. But what they don't quite realize is that not all fish has that high level of omega-3s that, everybody knows salmon is known for.
Right.
But not only does our fish have less calories, it also has a much milder flavor profile. So if you've ever eaten salmon before and felt that it was maybe a little bit too fishy for you, this will be perfect. I like to say that this is the fish for people who think they don't like fish.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have a fishy flavor.
That's right.
It's mild. It's a mild white fish.
I love this. I was blown away by the size of these fillets, Nicole. They were amazing.
That was the first thing, Mary Beth, you said. You were like, they're huge.
It's buying in bulk for the quarantine. You get a better price, and then it's always there ready to go.
Exactly. I mean, you'll
I was
have
just
fish all month long.
And that's why we wanted to bring you this bigger count. It was kind of by your request. So you're getting 10 pounds. You can keep it at the ready in the freezer. And Nicole, how long does this stay good for us in our freezer, by the way?
It's good for a year. You'll have that fish for a long time.
Well, Nicole, thank you so much for taking the time to call in and talk to us. And you stay safe and take care.
You're welcome. You too. Great to see you guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
All right. If you want to pick it up, M68332. All right, now if you said, yes, do you have any other seafood in the show? Well, earlier we featured the Anderson Seafood Patagonia Shrimp. It's sold out. Congrats if you picked that up. And then also, our one-time only price on the Corky's Barbecue has sold